Hello.
Very embarrassing me, putting me on stream while I was mid thumbs up.
I
I
didn't
was ready to go on stream.
know.
She
Apologies.
tricked me. I'm gonna do that move to you in the future here. I'll be like, "Oh, are you ready?" And then I'm gonna put you on stream. How we
Dude,
doing
I'm
today?
definitely streaming. Good. How are you? It's been a minute since we've done a stream together.
It has been a minute. I feel like I missed this whole Global Hack Week because I wasn't part of the opening ceremony. I feel a
Well,
little left out.
you're in the right place to get caught up to speed because that is, in fact, exactly what we'll be doing today.
Good. I feel like I'm most isn't also you're supposed to be on top, I think, right? Let me just switch
You're
this
right.
around.
Switch this up. There we
Yeah.
go.
I feel like I'm mostly going to be here for color commentary today, is what I'm worried about. But I'm going to do my best to make it an engaging stream, despite my lack of direct knowledge here. We'll see how it goes.
That is a-okay. It'll go great.
How was Rosendo? Actually, like, let's just give people a second here. How was Rosendo as my replacement? He did opening, right? Like, do you have any live feedback you wanted to give him? I think a Twitch stream is the ideal place to do that.
Of course. No, I think Rosendo did incredible. Let chat answer. I don't know. I feel like you're asking a dangerous question, Ryan, because I don't know. If
I think the chat would pick Ro over me. I think you're correct.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't disagree with you.
It's a dedicated fan base, so they would certainly pick Ro over me. I know that for sure.
Yes, I don't think you're wrong. So I probably should be careful about what I ask here.
I'm just glad we're self-aware enough that we know that's the case. So
yes,
it's okay.
I imagine there are some people who maybe haven't met me yet, and maybe some folks who have met you as well. We'll do some quick introductions here so folks know who they're listening to today as we wrap up Global Hack Week, AIML. I'm Ryan. I am the Director of Events here at Major League Hacking, so I help manage and oversee all of the folks who work on our events team. Those folks do great work putting on all of our 200 plus member event hackathons, all sorts of great digital events like Global Hack Week and some of the hackathons we host on our Discord, many of our conferences, good stuff like that. I also get to manage and work with all of our coaches as well, which are some of the folks you see streaming and attending events. And then my little highlight or fun fact for the day here. The weather for a few weeks in New York was really brutal. It was very muggy and gross, and we had some good rain recently, and it's now much cooler in the city, which I'm definitely enjoying. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. On my end, my name is Mary. I work on first-party events here at Major League Hacking. So that means I work on events like this that we run inside of our Discord server, as well as conferences and other things that we do. My fun fact is I just finished knitting a scarf yesterday. And I recently have been seeing a bunch of things. I follow a lot of fiber artists on Instagram and other places about folks having AI generate patterns for them. So I'm going to try doing an AI-generated knitting or crochet project, and I will report back to everyone on how it goes.
Nice. I'm personally very excited for that. All right, what are you going to give it as a prompt? Is it just any knitting project, or is there something in particular you want to make that you're going to ask it for?
So I want to give it something that is more difficult than something that it could just scrape and send me back. I want it to come up with something for me. So I need to, now that I'm saying it out loud, it'd be a great mini event. Maybe we'll do it at a future Global Hack Week.
Can you ask it for a pattern for a Mobius strip, and make a Mobius strip?
I could do that. I could ask it for a happy hacking tapestry of sorts. We could do many things.
I like where your head's at on this one.
A blahage.
I might veto the blahage one. I'm also now just realizing I forgot to get the blahages out today, but that's all right. They're safely in my bedroom back there. So
I like this comment. What we learned today.
Honestly, I don't know if this is going to be our most educational stream. The start of this is mostly Brian and Mary banter, which hopefully people are enjoying. But we're going to do a little recap of Global Hack Week and all of that. We'll talk about some of our upcoming events as well. So there's some good stuff there. Speaking of, I feel like we should jump into it here.
Let's do it.
In case you don't know what Major League Hacking is, I will just give you a quick overview. Global Hack Week is an event that Major League Hacking puts on. And we run what we call the Global Hacker Community. It's a community of more than 1 million hackers all over the world. And it's our mission to empower and work with all of those folks all the great organizers who put on our events in North America, Asia Pacific, Europe, all over the place. And of course, the digital events like Global Hack Week that you're joining here today. By being at one of our events, you're already part of that community. I'm really excited to have you here and hope to see you at more events in the future. Always a good idea to bring your friends to a hackathon so more people can enjoy them and share the love for making cool stuff. We're here to wrap up AI ML week. Like I said, though, this week was all about artificial intelligence and machine learning. And I already previewed the slides a little bit and saw a bunch of really cool things that happened over the course of the week. But Mary, I'm going to lean on you here to help us take a look back on what all happened over the course of the week.
Absolutely. So we had a busy last week, taking it back all the way to day one, which was last Friday. We got started using Pieces. This was a really, really fantastic stream. I was actually telling some of the other emulators about it this morning. You didn't get a chance to check it out. The team from Pieces did 2 workshops this week and an AMA on how to get started. Their product is really, really cool. Really lets you use, harness some AI resources while you're working on basically anything on your machine. Folks in chat, I know we're really hyped about it. Go and check out this recording if you didn't already. Very, very cool product. And we're so excited to get to have them as a first-time Global Hack Week partner. In addition to that, Alberto did some streams on theoretical machine learning. So taking it back to some of the basics and giving you all a nice foundation of knowledge over there. And then, of course, we had lots of fun little AI things throughout the week. One of those being y'all asked AI to create some comics for you. And I pulled a couple over here. I particularly liked the art on both of these. Lots of cool stuff. I love that, the novelty hasn't really worn off quite yet on these types of things. At least for me, I still think it's quite fun to get to see the prompts that you're able to give and how you tweak these to make them really cool.
Yeah, it's very impressive. And I also like that you can still kind of tell there's some things that don't quite make sense as well. Like the panel on the right-hand side having 2 moons, I can't imagine was part of the prompt, but it also feels very on brand for something AI generated as well. And so it's cool to watch the stuff continue to evolve and still have some of those little mistakes that you might expect as well.
Totally. Jumping into the day 2, into the Global Hack Week weekend, y'all got started on some new projects. Kari did a stream basically mapping out how to create a personal project. So starting with planning what you want to make, getting ready for it, and diving into the development. And in addition to that, y'all all got started with GitHub Copilot. I know there is so much love for this tool, and Ryan did an awesome stream on getting started with it. Not this Ryan that we have here, but one of our other many Ryans at Major League Hacking.
Yes.
Rolling into day 3 last Sunday, y'all continued working with Kari on that AI project, building lots of cool stuff over there. And in addition to that, y'all jumped into some streams with Cecilia. She did one this past weekend on working with large data sets, which led in really nicely to some ChatGPT ones that she did earlier this week that wrapped up yesterday. In addition to that, y'all did some classification algorithms with Stephen. For those of you who don't know Stephen, he has so much knowledge around algorithms and a lot of this deep thinking computer science. And so I love to see that he's able to come on here and share some of that stuff that I think is much less approachable just on your own. Really, really awesome to see.
Yeah, Stephen always really strikes me as having that that higher education background, you know what I mean? He always strikes me as that professor, that TA style person who's deep in the weeds on the actual computer science versus maybe some of the, and don't get me wrong, he's an excellent hacker as well, but versus some of the more hacky solutions. He really knows the underlying theory quite well, and you see it in his streams as well.
Yes, absolutely. +1 to that. Shout out to Stephen. Y'all did another little fun AI prompt where we had you all write some poetry. If you all didn't check out this website, Siddharth is the one who showed it to me, but you give AI a prompt and it makes a little postcard for you that has a poem on it, as well as a little piece of art. It's very fun to play around with, and it was cool to see you all doing it alongside us. As we jumped into day 4 of the week, y'all got to do some MATLAB and AI with Alberto. Again, a really cool tool. MATLAB, I think, is one of those tools that can be intimidating, and I know a lot of folks, end up needing to use it in their academic career and their professional career. And being able to see more of y'all using it at hackathons and like learning all these cool things you can do with it was awesome. So a huge shout out to Alberta there. We had fun.
You happen to know the name of that Poems website? We have somebody in chat asking, and I don't know.
I do not know. Someone just posted it for us.
Did they? Is it on here? Is the other thing I was going to say?
I don't think it is, but someone posted the link right here.
Poems Postcard. There you go. Oh, it is a Google search tool. Perfect. Yeah, I saw them made with Google AI. I wasn't sure if that was just like somebody else was pulling in APIs or whatever. There you go. We'd love to see it.
Of course.
I messed up your slides though because I was diving back to go find it.
You're all good. Jumping into our next track that we had throughout the week, Cecilia did a ChatGPT for X track. So learning how you can use ChatGPT on Twitter things, or X things, apologies. Very cool. I see she had like a little AMA type thing going on earlier in the week, and this ended up being 3 parts. So lots of awesome content. If you all didn't get the chance to see it live, go and check it out. In addition to that, y'all used TensorFlow to build a Q&A model for the web. This was an Alberto stream. Very cool hacky project. Like that is absolutely something I could see people building at an event or like using these pieces for a hackathon project. So love to see that. Going right along here into day 5, y'all worked with some genetic algorithms with Ryan Lay. Shout out, we had all 3 Ryans now on the live stream this week since you joined for closing.
Also, of course, his stream is themed around lettuce. I missed this in the slides earlier when I was doing my review. But,
I don't know what else you were expecting.
Ryan Lay loves a lettuce joke. He loves the lettuce emoji. If there's one thing I know about Ryan Lay, lettuce emoji.
Lettuce emoji. In addition to that, y'all again worked on some more algorithms with Steven, this time clustering algorithms. Awesome stuff over there that I'm excited to see y'all get to learn. In addition to that, Alberto did another track throughout the week. He did a reinforcement learning track. Scooped this screenshot of some of the stuff y'all were working on, doing some modeling online. Very, very cool stuff. Again, recordings for all of this is over on our YouTube if you missed any of it. And jumping into our last day, day 6, we wrapped up Cecilia's track. You'll hear me say this a million times, but we are so grateful for, in particular, the streamers who, do these tracks throughout the week. We know it's a huge time commitment, but they are so helpful. And, I'm so glad that you all have the chance to hop on and watch someone build such a big project like this. In addition to that, the Pieces team hosted an AMA. Do not fret if you missed it. I saw this morning that they recorded it and put it all up on their YouTube. So go and check it out. The Pieces team is really, really awesome. I don't want you all to miss this.
I heard universal praise for the content that Pieces did this week. So very excited. Glad to see them being successful here at Global Hack Week and doing great stuff for the community.
Of course. Alrighty. Well,
there you go. In chat, we'd love to see it.
Yes.
Give them the highlight there.
Give them the highlight. I like this one too.
It's very
absolute plus one.
I will give Mary a break here if she doesn't mind. I'll jump in for what's coming up next here. In September, we're going to be exploring cloud technologies, which I'm really excited about. I also have some insider intel. They might have some cool new partners at the event as well, in addition to your favorites, of course. But very much looking forward to Cloud Week. That's going to take place September 5th through 12th. Looking forward to that. And just under a month from now. So coming right up, right as the school year starts for a lot of folks here in the United States and Canada. In October, we're going to be diving into open source, and we're going to be doing a lot of our open source stuff in partnership with DigitalOcean, which I'm really excited about. I'll actually ask Mary to talk a little bit more about Hacktoberfest in a second. But Open Source Week is going to be happening in October. I think we're finalizing the exact dates right now, but I think it's either that second or third week of the month. And so really looking forward to that. Anything you want to add about Hacktoberfest and that stuff going on there?
Yeah, I think what I'd add, this Global Hack Week always is so much fun for a couple of reasons. Our community loves open source, and so we always see lots of really neat projects come out of this. But we also have a huge influx of first-time Global Hack Week hackers who find out about us through Hacktoberfest, which, if you aren't familiar with Hacktoberfest, is a month-long event that DigitalOcean has put on for years and years at this point, and that celebrates kind of all things open source. Huge event that takes place globally. And so you'll see a bunch of new faces at this Global Hack Week. So all of you here right now, I'm ready for you to welcome all of the new hackers, show them the ropes, and get them started at this one.
Very much agree. And then the final event that we wanted to make sure you're aware of is our upcoming event in November, Career Week. This is our new theme that we're just announcing here. We'll get it up on the website shortly for you all. But Career Week is a great event to kind of settle in and get ready for internship season, all of that good stuff. Great time to not only practice your coding skills, of course, like you'd expect, but lots of content based around making sure you're ready to go for internships, for jobs, for all sorts of things like that. And I know so much of our community is student-based, and so it's a great opportunity for all of you. Also, shout out our artist, Victoria. This is still my favorite artwork that we have for the Global Hack Week series. I really like this one. Alrighty, those are our upcoming events. You can check out all of those on ghw.mlh.io. It's going to always have our most up-to-date events. You can also check out mlh.io/events for all of our upcoming hackathons and good things like that as well. With that, I'm going to jump into swag here really briefly. I know that people love receiving their swag from MLH, and so we want to make sure we go over the mechanics here so everybody at home knows what to expect. If you registered and checked into the event, gave us an address that we can, a valid address, I should say, that we can send your swag to, and completed all of our partner challenges, that's the GitHub Student Developer Pack, following pieces on socials and joining their Discord community, and then signing up and downloading the 23AI VirtualBox. We're actually going to send you a letter with Global Hack Week stickers in it, some MLH stickers, and a variety of stickers from our partners as well. In addition to that, you could have earned bonus swag, which is some extra stickers from MLH, by checking into and attending at least 5 of our live events. And those letters are going to start to go out right now. We're going to start ordering them. It usually takes about 2 months inside the United States or Canada. And then if you are in other parts of the world, it can take up to 4 months for these to deliver. There are no tracking numbers for them. They're sent via international postage, so you get them in your mail from your country's postal system. If you ever have any questions about those, you'll just reply to the confirmation email that we'll send out. It also includes good things like our survey and things like that. And with that, I think we have some thank yous to do, yeah?
Yes, we absolutely do. Starting it off, I want to give a huge thank you to Alberto, Cecilia, and Steven. All 3 of these streamers did multiple streams throughout the week. I know I said it earlier and I say it all the time, but so much prep goes into it. Could not do it without these 3. So thank you, thank you, thank you to Alberto, Cecilia, and Steven. Next up, we've got UT, Ryan Lalu, and Kari. UT did an awesome 2-part stream last weekend. Ryan Lalu did our GitHub Copilot, workshop over on last Saturday. And then Kari, of course, built an entire AI project in her 3-part stream. Next up, we've got Abdullah, Ryan, Lay, and Alina. Abdullah ran a ton of mini events throughout the week and those Today in Global Hack Week streams to make sure y'all had a nice break from hacking and a place to go and ask any questions. Ryan Lay, of course, did a few technical streams, and then Alina as well jumped in to help us out with a bunch of those Today in Global Hack Week streams. Last but certainly not least, huge thank you to Rosendo and Siddharth. If you do not know these 2, they are the reason why we can do these every single month. Rosendo works with all of our partners to make sure we can bring Global Hack Weeks to you entirely free of charge. And Siddharth, I'm sure many of you talked with him over in Discord, but he does so much of the back end and support for Global Hack Week, making sure that you all have answers to your questions, setting up slides, all of that good stuff. So huge thank you to these 2. And then, of course, I want to give a giant thank you to Oracle, GitHub, and Pieces. Oracle did an awesome workshop last Friday you can catch on YouTube to see how you can use some of their AI tools in projects that you're creating, not only at Global Hack Week, but beyond. GitHub, as I know you all know, provided y'all with free GitHub Copilot. I'm tripping over my words today. Through the GitHub Student Developer Pack. I know most of you have already claimed it, but if you have not, make sure you use our link. It bumps you to the top of the line for it so you can get it faster. And then Pieces, of course, did 2 workshops and an awesome AMA. So giant thank you to all of these folks. If you missed their content, we have been highlighting it in our email. So just check your inbox. You can go and find some of the cool stuff that they did.
Awesome. I've been doing a little bit of support in chat, and since we're not going to do Q&A, I am going to voice over some of it. For the people who had questions about swag, you should be getting daily points emails from us that have information on which challenges you've completed. You're also going to get an email from us about our survey and some other post-event stuff. In that post-event survey, we're going to tell you if you qualified for your letter or not. You do still have a little bit of wiggle room to complete challenges right now, even though the event is technically over. Mary and I are as generous as we can be with swag, and we leave those challenges open for a few days after the event is over to make sure as many people as possible are able to qualify for that swag. So you'll get one final notice that says what you're missing and what you need to do. And if you complete those, you typically are going to still be able to earn that swag, even if you didn't get the email that says so. And then for the folks who are asking if the challenges will stay up, if you want to complete them in the future, we typically refresh our challenges every month when we start our next event. So if you just want to keep those for inspiration, they'll be up on the website for another month or so. You're also welcome to, copy paste them into a Google Doc or anything like that if you want to keep them. But I think that is all of the questions I was answering there. I just want to make sure I voiced over it as well.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining us here. That is the end of what we have for today. But we will see you all at our next Global Hack Week. And we thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Cool. Happy hacking, everyone. See you all later on.
Bye, everyone.